I first met you, I used to ask you, where my man at? He used to tell me, Jay, I go overseas to get that paper. You used to tell me that. That paper big out there. A little crazy sometimes to travel, but you see that paper right out there.
Well, it's the paper. It was the culture.
Okay.
You got places in the world that take the culture way more serious than New York. I call New York the spoiled capital because we get everything. So we don't appreciate it here.
Right.
Yeah,
but if you go somewhere that don't get it, and you come out on stage and you one of their favorites, they treat you like a royalty. They treat you like a king. So I'm here in New York. I don't get no play on the radio. For what reason, I don't know.
You talking about right now or back when
No, I'm talking back about then.
Okay, yeah.
Even now,
you got some
you know.
Even now when our kings,
even now,
we talk about that, our kings is supposed to get play.
That I ain't get no play, but I think all that made me even stronger.
You deserved it, yes.
You know, it made me stronger because if I'm eating and I don't have a machine or no radio behind me and I'm good, yo, I mean, people got to understand what success is to you.
Right.
When people think about success, the first thing they gauge is what somebody else got.
So what you're telling me is everybody's success is individual, which is successful to you.
It's different.
I agree with that.
It's different because
it means to you.
It's what it means to you.
Okay.
I mean, the power of you being your own person, and you wake up in the morning and you say, what am I gonna do today? Without somebody telling you, yo, I don't like your attitude, fucking punch out.
Yeah, I don't play
freedom.
that.
You know, that freedom to control your life.
Right.
All right.
But it takes a highly amount of discipline to do it. You know, you gotta know when to ball, when to chill, when to be low. You know? So I think with my career, I'm blessed. I'm still in it. 30 years.
Yeah, brother. You're
30 years.
You're an ill DJ. You can rap still.
And
you ill DJ. You can rap still, and you're a good dude. So
yeah, thank you for the COVID. You, a bunch of you got brothers. D Nice, you, Kid Capri, been rocking during the COVID while we've been stuck in the house. And it's been a pleasure to watch y'all sets. And I know that y'all have to do that.
I have fun, man. It comes like, I think it was just one night I was just sitting there and just say, you know what? I'm looking at my turntables. Let me turn this shit and fuck around for a minute and show dudes what I do when I'm in the house. And that shit turned into like, yo, I ain't know. It turned into like, a whole theme, like I ain't know he was like that, you know.
People tune in.
You know.
Now Ness, I'm gonna go to Nessa. See, we do research. We feel that we're always right, but we're wrong. If we're wrong, correct it. So they were saying, at a point in your career, you did a soundtrack and you made the money. Then you bought your first piece of equipment and started producing. Is that correct?
That is correct. See what happened. Let's get back to the Ice-T thing.
Okay, help me out.
Like, because I even told Ice, man, and recently, you know, Ice called me on my birthday.
You're still cool. Oh,
yeah.
Shout out to Cologne on the Criminal Tent. You filthy rich, Ice-T.
And I told him, man, the deal was one thing. That was a blessing. But I told him I really wanted his mentorship.
Okay.
I wanted that because if anybody knew how to talk to the label on how to shape me, it would have been him. Yeah, and they would have took his word seriously.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
He left me in the hands of his team, but they don't got the power. They don't got that, you know.
Right.
Ice knows how to talk to a label and get them to spend the money.
Okay.
Now, you know, it just happens he's doing New Jack City and then Ricochet.
Yes.
And he's elevating to probably stuff he don't even know that's happening.
Coming fast.
You know, but I mean, to this day, I could say to this day, I think if I called him right now for anything, he's still gonna be that dude. You know. Okay.
So
that's why
he's a down.
He's one of the realest dudes I've met in the game.
That
I still respect in the game. Where,
my father-in-law rides me around to his music all the time. Yo, he be killing me.
Being with him, like when I first heard Ice music, I didn't understand, you know, his thing. 6 in the morning. I ain't understand those records until I was with him in Cali for like 3 weeks.
6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeak across the bathroom floor.
And when you're around somebody and you see them from day to day, then you kind of get a understanding of why they rap and why they talk about the things they talk about.
Right.
And it taught me a whole nother level of respect for him. And then being out in Europe with him for a month and a half, and I'm watching him destroy Europe.
With his rap.
Just killing it.
Okay.
Killing it.
With
The
music.
tour was supposed to be, I think the tour was supposed to be for like maybe a month and a couple of days. And they probably added another 12 dates onto it while we was out there. So watching this, you know, everything about Europe, I learned from him. So it was crazy to come back and like during the awakening in those joints, and you hitting venues that you hit in 91 that go, oh shit, I was here before, you know? But now it's your show.
Yeah.
And you the headliner.
Wow.
So, man, I've learned a lot from him. His wisdom is, his hustle game is
ridiculous. It's to be
it's me.
commended.
So now let's, I asked you a question. You said you got to go back to Ice-T. But in me being ghetto G-Note, Haitian G-Note, and the journalist that I am, you still didn't answer the question about the soundtrack, and you bought your equipment.
Okay.
That's what I want
The
to hear.
soundtrack started off with You Know What I'm About, right?
What movie was that?
That was from the Trespass soundtrack.
Okay, cool.
Knocking niggas off.
Check it out for those that know me. Y'all wonder why I always play low key.
Okay, the original version had me and Big L on it.
Oh, that's a big question.
Right.
Answer that question.
So, what happened, I was on a Source tour. So, I had, did the song, I submitted it. I found out a couple of things. I found out, right? So, I'm on the tour, I get a call, they don't like the song for the soundtrack.
Shit.
So, you know, and who's this Big L dude? You know, that's before L was L. So, it's like, yo, he's dope and the song is dope. Nah, you gotta do it over, or, you know, you ain't making a soundtrack. So I'm pissed because they gave me, my manager at the time told me that the budget was for $15,000, and I came to find out it was $25,000. And I'll tell you how that came about, because I'm like, I'm on the road and I'm like, yo, man, fuck, man, if I gotta go record, I ain't gonna have no fucking money left, man.
Yeah.
Because I just paid the other dude and this and that. And yo, it's only $15,000 and whoa, stop. Who told you it was $15,000? Said the manager. You gained. No, your shit was $25,000.
Your manager was robbing you?
He almost robbed me. Got him on the three-way. He had to come clean, and that's how I learned. Like, artists, get your money and you pay your manager.
Business.
Don't let your manager pay you. So that was one. So I had a track, which was the track that we know now for You Know What I'm About. And that was the first track that I ever solely produced with nobody helping me.
Just you.
So I came in from Baltimore, I flew in, knocked the song out in 4 hours, and got in a OJ, and had the OJ take me to DC to catch my show. All in one day.
So that's the first record you ever produced, basically.
That's the first record I produced with no help. That was the very first joint where I was in there and I ain't have like an engineer. Can you loop this? Can you do that?
Was your equipment bought already?
No.
Now, what's the machine that you use that you're catered to what you like?
Now or back then?
Back then, not now.
Back then was the SV1200 and the Kai 950.
That's what I knew it. That's what that's what Pete Rock used, if I'm correct.
Right, it was Pete Rock. That was LORDFINESSE. That was a host of people.
So,
but Show, I learned that from Show, because I would be in the crib with Show and I would be sitting there watching him.
I'm about to sound crazy on my show. Show's a producer?
Yeah, Show.
I know Diamond D's a beat. I didn't know Show produced.
Yeah, Show. Sound of the Police.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beat.
KRS-One.
Well, you see how real my show is? If I don't know something, I admit it. Excuse me, y'all. I ain't know.
Just a friend. KRS-One, just a friend.
We could count the dough, kick up, blow, chill out, watching videos, or acting really silly, yo, but really don't.
Wow. Now he got some records.
Show and Diamond D, if I'm correct, they started, but you bought everybody, didn't you? Like, it seemed like you kind of bought everybody, most of them.
To dig it in the crates.
To dig it in the crates.
It was organic. It wasn't like I was recruiting.
You was in them streets.
I was just like,
everybody.
I was just like, it was me, Show, A, and Diamond. That was like the core.
Okay.
So now
I got Big L over there fucking me up.
Well, Big L.
Your rhyme I like too. Hate to say it.
Well,
well,
it was Joe because Diamond was doing Joe promos for Red Alert.
Oh,
and
okay.
then Fat Joe got to deal with Relativity, and Joe was there.
Okay.
Big L came about is because I was doing an autograph signing in 125th Street. On 125th Street at a store called Rock and Wills.
Okay.
So that's where all the mixtape people was at, and they was doing the mixtape hard pack tapes and all that. And I'm doing an autograph signing. This dude and this other dude come in, right? L and his man. L too cool. He sent his man over. Yo.
Rest in peace, Big L.
My man want to rhyme for you. So I'm like, yo, man, I'm gonna give him my manager number. You know, tell him to hit my manager, and you know, if my manager tell me good, you know,
let's get
fuck with him. So he sends, dude come back, then come back over. He said, fuck that. He want to rhyme for you now, and if you don't like him, he'll never fucking bother you again. It's like, all right. They had a setup in the back of the store, turntable. All right, let's go in the back of the store. So somebody was cutting, and he was rhyming. And when I was hearing him, I was like, damn. I was amazed because at my age, like at his age, when I was doing it, I wasn't that nice. He had the same style and pattern as me, yeah, but
y'all deliver the same.
You the originator of that delivery.
I seen an upside in him, cause I'm looking at him at his age. I wasn't that nice. So if he's good at that age, he's gonna get better.
Potential.
And sure enough, him being with me, like him watching all the moves I was making at the time, I would go pick him up from high school, a half, yo, Nessa, got a half a day, come get me. Come get him. That's why it was like, if I had an interview, he was there. If I had a show, he had a show.
Okay.
So he was my man, you know. He knew on my stage he was gonna get 15 or 20 minutes to do whatever he wanted to do. And with that, you know, he just started to his wordplay, first of all, being an artist, it's the wit. It's not just the wordplay.
Punchlines.
It's the shit you think about and put together that make other people go, damn, that shit is crazy. How do you think of that? You know, and that's how I was looking at L. The shit he was saying, battling me is like fighting the gorilla in the phone booth, you know? You know, that shit is crazy. You know.
So much respect.
So then
people want to know why I'm so fly. Girl asked me for a ring and I put one around her whole eye. Like, you know, his wit. His wit was crazy. I'm sicker than a nigga that's in special ed. I suggest you spread pretzel head before I turn your white sweatsuit red. You know? So L was special. I knew that from the moment I met L. You know, but to watch him transform right in front of my eyes into the animal he became was just, it was a blessing.
So
but to know that's my man, you know? So, you know, that was a great thing.
So when he passed away, it broke your heart.
That
was a tough one, man. I didn't know him.
I mean,
it was a, you know,
yeah.
McGruff explained it on it. So if you look at my show, well, a shout out to you, because my boy keeps telling me you always shout out my shows. You like what I'm doing. Right. McGruff explained it better than us what happened, so you can look at that.
So what happened was, first of all, my grandma's passed before L passed.
You tell me that's a good story.
So when my grandmom's passed, I was done. I ain't want nothing to do with music no more.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I was
devastated. My mom died.
You know, it's like you doing what you doing, but at a certain level, you so happy where you at to give her everything is your life at that point. To make sure she has everything, because she tried to give you everything.
Yes.
So that became my goal, because at the time it was money, chicks, maybe a whip, some jewelry. My goals was too small.
Yeah, hold up. I got you one question. I asked everybody this. I remember what's your first car you copped, yo? You felt good about life. You was coming through like, what? I'm doing it.
I think when Expeditions first came out.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that was hot. Okay.
The Black Eddie Bauer.